Here we are on Slipper Day, Mark's going to sit down because all our main stuff's at home. Paul Daly, welcome aboard to our top-up show and welcome everybody to Golden Slipper. My 39th Golden Slipper, boys.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 1980 was my first one.
Fallen Aces. Wet. There it was.
Go.
We'll have more to say about that on the rant. That sounds like a trip down memory lane, but more importantly, we've got to interrogate what's been going on mainly since the previous show, and particularly since betting got serious this morning. Glenn, they left it at a heavy 8 despite not getting any rain.
Yeah, I noticed that.
24 hours.
And getting out here in the car parks, it seems quite moist underfoot, so maybe they're right. Maybe it's a bit wetter than we originally forecast.
Yeah, Paul, have you got any thoughts on how the track may play?
I think it'll be off the inside mark, and the inside lanes will be compromised. We're looking to sort of position up, track up into the field. You don't want to be wide without cover today. You want to track up, you're going to sit wide. And I think that up and off's probably going to be the best position.
So a two like Santos does from Barrier 7 does look to get a nice run, doesn't it?
It does look
that type of spot.
Yeah, that type of spot.
2 lengths off them.
2 to 3 lengths off.
Bit of cover.
Yeah, a bit of cover I think is ideal.
Too Clark to finish the job.
Well, let's talk about this because the moves this morning have been for the Black Horse.
Sorry about this.
We left RacingRant Park and thought we left the lanes behind. But anyway, the moves this morning in the slipper were for the wide draws, Performer and Estajab. Have you got any insight there, Glenn?
Well, listening to what Paul says, I do think $13 Estajab is over the odds.
It was, because it's now 9.5. Yeah.
Okay. At 9.5, I probably couldn't bet at 9.5. I could bet at 13. And the other one, Performer, well, who knows? Like,
who knows?
Who knows?
Bowman post Winks, is that like Winks wins so Bowman can let loose or not?
Why not?
Why not? I hope so. He's definitely listening and talking to the video this week. He's in retirement mode. I'd say he's got 1 or 2 years left riding, which is a good thing. He's had a great career. Time to move on.
Paul, what you've got a wide market in the slipper. What are you sort of focused on this morning?
Oh, look, I've got written by favourite around about 5 to 1. I think Estajab's entitled to be second pick. It's got a tricky gate. It has to go forward. He has to commit early and go forward, as long as he doesn't go too quick and can stack them up and reel off those sectionals that we know he knows she can. She's in there with a chance. Look, I've marked her about 7, 8 to 1, so I think about the 9.50 now is probably somewhere around about the right price. It might get back out. Sunlight's obviously got credentials there. It did come off its performance last start, which is a concern.
It sounds to me like you're a bit soft on Sunlight.
I think everyone's a bit soft on Sunlight. We didn't even mention this in the preview show hardly at all.
It's hard to like it. It's hard to like it 4 to 1. So I'm thinking, roughly double that.
All right.
price.
So it looks like the layers are in force there for Sunlight. The bears are there. So if you're a Sunlight fan, perhaps hold off there. Getting back to the obviously a lot of interest in race 1, basically to see how the track plays and what time they run. The favourite seems easy at the moment. I'm excited. Moves for Rave Song, Isaurian, Acume, and Twilight Song.
And not to mention Parast, who's $13 and $10 this morning as well. Like, everyone seems to be betting around this favourite.
They're betting around the favourite rather than targeting another horse, really.
Yeah, it seems to be that way. And the favourites.
I think this often happens on these sorts of programs where people are conditioned to a certain price on, from Wednesday, and the players are itching to get involved in the market when there's a bit of volume.
Yep.
And these favourites can often, not be at a price not resembling what we thought they would be.
Okay.
Paul, have you got any comment on race 1?
Oh, look, I'm excited favourite. I think it's around about the right sort of price. It's going to 1,200 metres. I think it probably is not going to be too much of a problem for it. Tarabai has been running incredibly well. It's lightly raced. It's improving all the time. And the sectionals that it's been reeling off suggest that, it's one that could shake this race. But, 13 to 2, 7 to 1, maybe just a touch short for it.
Barrier 11, no problem. Probably no problem.
Well, it just goes back. But I'm not saying that we're looking for wide barriers, because what will happen is they'll ride the track wide and you basically want to be slicing through. Race 2 over 1900, the mares race, Consummateurs 6.5 into 5, Caravali's 10 into 8, Perfect Rhyme 13 into 10, and Natoya is on the drift.
Well, previous show yesterday, guys, we were all doing 3 from 6 or 6 from 3, and they're 2 of the major firms today. And Natoya was 2 to 1 yesterday. I think you're going to get $4.20 today. What do you think, Paul?
I got it 9 to 2, so favourite, but still, I just can't see how it could be that price. Look, a couple of horses there to could sort of find support. Pinnacle could find support up in distance now. It might actually suit it. Harlow Gold is a horse that can really improve in a race like this, and Perfect Rhyme, I can see why they'd back that. I've got it shorter than what it was this morning.
Race 3, the mile and a half race, Glenn, the race that you found easy. They finally have come a little bit faster.
Singo's back. Sorry, Mark, go.
I thought we found it quite spotty. We had to beg Laura and Steele to get this one.
Yeah, to get right up to the corner, and here we are. Who have they come for this morning, Mark?
Singing 10 into 8, Master of Design is 8.5 into 7.5.
Master of Arts, you mean?
Sorry, Master of Arts. Master of Design, of course, was the Australian bloodstock. TJ Smith.
Great.
Did it win a TJ Smith? Patrick Aaron, a little bit of money for as well. Allwood's on the blow.
I think that's fair. I think that's the market just settling down, getting the right spot with a lot of things. So, Allwood, I know Gold was a bit bullish about it yesterday, and I think you were a little bit, weren't you?
It wasn't bullish, it just marked it on top, marked it 7.2.
I think 7.2
which it is now.
$4 to $4.50 is its range.
Paul, any insight there? The staying race, you got any interest there?
Look, Lord Fandango is a horse that goes well, but probably a bit of a query on the soft going. Patrick Aaron, they truckloaded this horse the other day at its first start.
Geez, they bet up on it, Paul.
They really did. I mean, it was $12 into very hard $5 480 late.
And 10,000 on it at 320 in the run when it wasn't in a great spot.
Yeah,
They just they couldn't get it all on, so they did it all back in play.
the horse is obviously showing something. Allwood, I can't get it as short as the market. There's a couple of runs there with chances. Admiral Jello's not hopeless. Singing.
Another helicopter. This one's all black. The devil's just turned up. Wow. He might have a machine gun. He might take us out. This could be Racing New South Wales about to kill us.
This is how bad Parramatta Road is. The helicopters are just like buses.
That's going to land.
The market seems a little bit soft on Galo Chop this morning. And out to $2.10, perhaps Kathy the most interesting as it goes right.
Very solid, Kathy, this morning. Yesterday, again, on the previous show, kudos to you, Mark. You said you marked this Gallo Chop around the $3 range. It was odds on. No money for this morning. It's getting out. Very well priced there. Look, guys, this morning, if there's a little bit of a smell that you can lead throughout here, Gino, classic uniform gets a bit of control in front of it.
Paul,
It does get control. I can see it at about the market price. I can't see it much shorter. I couldn't see the favourite at the current quote either, so it's one of those races I think.
Rough chance Kathy will win a Group 1 here today. Imagine
very
that.
rough chance. Winks out to $1.18 and Kementari into $7.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say $1.18 is good odds, but I expect it to win.
I want to say $1.18 is good odds.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I still can't take it. I cannot back a horse that 26 wins in a row. I've never backed it once.
This will be the day.
I think the day we're going to get it on Twitter, Pollock's backed it because then all the layers.
Remember, in the George Ryder 2 years ago, she was even. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was she 10 to 9? Was she $2.10?
I think she was 2
Remember, and Horry got very excited.
Yeah.
That's because he was tipping the Murray Baker horse. Who was it? That
Well, please don't ask me about the past, Mike. I can't remember yesterday.
2 years ago. Yeah. So Winks is.
Who's our danger? Who's your danger? Kementari or Happy Club?
My danger is Happy Clubber, but Paul made a very, very good case for Kementari.
I'm saying that I'm 4s on and 7 to 1 Kementari only because of the map differential. I think the way the track's going to play, Kementari is going to be in the right spot. Winks goes past it, and Happy Club's got to chase.
Is there anything else in the race that can crack me up and get to the finish?
Crack me up on the 120 off the one.
All right, so we'll have our first bet. Even. I'll have crack me
Even.
up. You've got Kementari.
Okay, done. Even bigger.
I'll back
you
crack me
up
up.
for a guy that won't take $1.18.
I'll back crack me up. I'll back crack me up
I'll
to a big surprising race there today, guys.
I'll take it. There's no settling.
There's never a selling. It's still a turnover.
We're just turning over.
Well, if you can settle, you can pay if I win.
The Rosehill Guineas sees the move for Dargeno 9-2 into 7-2.
Very surprising to me.
And the other horse that I mentioned yesterday, as in will they back it? Well, they have backed it 16s into 9s, $10. No, Furore.
Oh, really?
Furore, the unbeaten provincial horse.
Coming off the Wyong benchmark 71 straight into a Group 1 into single figures.
Well, I think that they're all the other punters might be potting around with Guineas form as well, Glenn. And perhaps not be quite as bullish about the New Zealand Derby form.
Okay, well I was putting that form, but with Furore we're looking at horses won at Tyree, Cessnock, Gosford, Wyong, hasn't even had a city run. You ever seen a horse win a Group 1 that's never had a city run? I don't think I've ever seen that.
It has the capacity to run enormous sectionals. It's got turn foot, and that's its asset. But look, I've been as kind as I possibly can, and I've got 4 days.
All right, well, that's pretty well in. I think that, given that your market would be pretty wide
So
there.
I've been kind to it for that reason. That it's got that capacity.
Is it a playable race for you, Paul?
Oh, look, there's obviously lots of queries with these New Zealand horses. I tend to sort of treat them as market horses until we see some support or otherwise. So for me, I've got Ace High favourite, but a little bit of a query on the soft going, and we'll just have to see how the track goes. But D'Argento, I couldn't have it. I've got a second favourite, but I couldn't have it at the price.
The Galaxy.
What price is it on?
Well, we've already talked about it.
Oh, I was excited about talking about it again. Okay, let's get the Galaxy. Sorry, Mark.
The Galaxy.
You know what my memory's like? I forgot we spoke about it.
In her time has been opposed this morning. They're quite keen to.
And maybe that's something to do with the track being wetter than we think, and
maybe
there's a lot of strength at Jungle Edge.
I can't find a move in the race. It's more, we're bearish about this horse. Paul, have you got any fresh insight into the Galaxy?
Oh, look, in her time, I've got a favourite. I particularly like the fact that the bar plates are off, the synthetic hoof fillers off, which tells me that they've overcome some of the problems. I'm not too concerned about this mare running in bar plates because she's proven time and time again she can do it. But the fact that it's off and it hasn't trialled this time is interesting.
What do you mean hasn't trialled? It has trialled.
Sorry. Well, yeah, sorry. We're on. So.
It's trouble sensational. Looks a genuine 7-4 chance, maybe 5-2 at the most. Got a great.
Here's my tip for the day. But
Sorry,
we're getting
my
good
mistake.
odds.
I was talking about local trials. The price I've got it around 5-2, 11-4. So
Which is, well, you're doing better than that at the moment. Okay, so
I've had an even billion with Gordo. Darren to beat Verendine. I'm all over Darren there at big odds as well as in her time.
Facebook knows that you're all over Darren.
I'll do that.
You like the fact that it ran last start. You
It's got no form. I like a lot of things about that. Don't worry about that. There's something I see.
And the nightcap key lister has been a morning firmer along with Slow Burn. So they backed the wide draws in the slipper, but in the last race, over 1,200 metres, they backed lower draws.
Right.
I think Paul, you made mention of Callista to me.
yeah, that's the one I like. It really performed exceptionally well last time. I think it might come off that rating a little, but even if it does, it's still got a fair bit up its sleeve.
But it is a horse of interest in terms of to New South Wales.
Yeah, New South Wales stats aren't good. There was a discussion about that during the week on Twitter, and this horse is obviously falling into that category. Could be a problem. I'm still happy to back it at the right price. Tulip, it all depends what they do with it. Are they going to ride it well back, or are they going to ride it where they can ride the horse? Anywhere between a sort of a 9-2 chance and about a 9-1 chance, depending on where they end up with in the run. So Sugar Bella, I'm against it at the price.
So do you think we'll get better odds for Sugar Bella? Because I know Glenn and Gordon are both very keen on Sugar Bella.
I can't see it not getting out.
So, but I mean, it's now a horse that's developed a very, very short price profile. It's like
it has, but it doesn't have the same setup. It doesn't have the same setup that it did last time.
I think you'll find backers and layers there for Sugar Bella.
Probably. I mean, it's going to have friends, but Slow Burn. Well, it's a funny sort.
Clinton Payne doing another lap of the track, Eddie. He's about 7'6" and 180 kilos. There's going to be more holes in this track. He keeps walking up and down there. I wish he'd get off the track, Clinton. He's a lovely fellow, but get off the fucking track.
All right, closing thoughts for the top-up show.
I think in her time will do a good job today, and I think it's going to be a great day's racing. Santos at 12-1 for me to win this.
I think working around the favourites and the slip is the way to go. Performer's a horse that can be very dangerous with the shades on. Trialled extremely well. Estijab, I think if they ride it right and it gets a bit of luck early, it can be in the finish. Possibly even a horse like Al Merton, I couldn't ride it off.
So Racing Rant's got 3 shows for members each week, Monday, Tuesday and Friday. This is the free Saturday top-up show. Go to racingrant.com to investigate all the options you have, and Glenn offers anyone kicking off, he actually pays for their first 2 weeks.
Can't be fairer than that.
How good is that?
All right. So come email Mark, come on board and have a look at what we've got to offer. Like 2 weeks, it's about 8 shows and a stack of tips, and get excited about racing.
We'll catch you on Monday for the rant.